everyone, and welcome to Kurinzi Food Style, the podcast that's all about health-centered living. I'm here to share the latest from Kurinzi Virgin Coconut Oil, My Coconutty Wisdom, Episode 4, a special initiative from the Kurinzi team. In this series, we're diving into the world of coconut-based products, from nostalgic tales to today's experiences. These stories come straight from our beloved friends, family, and customers, promising us a series that's both delightful and eye-opening. Today, we have the knowledge and experiences shared by Mrs.Sharadha Prabhu, a Guinness World Record holder, and I'm Nishi Andal reading it for you. Sharadha Prabhu, currently working as a teacher at Turtle's Playhome in Bengaluru. I have a B.Tech degree and I'm a mother of 2 sons, both attending school. My husband, Prabhu, is employed in a job. I'm thrilled to be part of this podcast and want to express my gratitude to the Kurinzi Food Style team and my friend Prithvi for inviting me to share my experiences on the podcast. Hello to all the friends who are tuning in. I always smile when I think about the times my mom would grate coconut and we'd sneak handfuls to enjoy. And when she was making sweets with puranam, we couldn't resist grabbing a taste. Those little moments bring back such sweet memories. Back in our childhood days, we used to fold one end of the coconut leaf and then let it go, watching it soar high like a rocket. Crafting with coconut leaves was a typical pastime. We folded and wove them into purses, made snakes for playful adventures, crafted mats, and even gathered sticks to create makeshift broomsticks for imaginative play. Looking back on these activities now bring a rush of cherished memories. Whenever I come across coconut leaves, a wave of nostalgia hits me, and I can't resist the urge to play with them. Even now, when I step onto my terrace, I find myself launching coconut leaf rockets into the sky. I've passed on this simple joy to my children, teaching them the art of crafting rockets with coconut leaves. During my school days, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd grade, there was a small shop right in front of the school. Whether it was 5 pies or 10 pies, I can't recall exactly, but they sold coconut candy. These tiny, brownish, triangular-shaped treats were delicious. We used to buy them in handfuls, savoring each piece as we walked home. Those memories are etched vividly in my mind, still fresh and delightful. Coconut burfi holds a special place as a quick-to-make sweet. It stands out as the only treat that can be prepared instantly in a short period. In our household, coconut was always on hand. Whether for chutney or any other dish, we maintained a stock at home for instant cooking. Grating coconut, adding sugar and relishing the resulting mixture became a frequent and cherished ritual. Coconut continues to be a favorite in our culinary collection. Back in the day, it was normal for everyone to whip up snacks at home. Coconut was a go-to ingredient in many snacks, creating loads of memories tied to its versatile role in our culinary traditions. Talking about snacks, whether it's coconut candy or the homemade treats we cook up, coconut always takes the center stage. It stands out with its delightful sweetness. I'm going to share the recipe that my mom used to make and it was delicious, so keep listening for the tasty recipe. And let's not forget about the making of obattu with coconut, often known as coconut puli, using the same puranam. The whole process of whipping up coconut puli is genuinely remarkable. Coconut oil is the Swiss Army knife of our beauty routine. Growing up, it was the go-to moisturizer. No fancy creams, just coconut goodness. It's not just for looking good, it's our fix-all for bumps, scratches, and minor burns. I've passed on the coconut oil wisdom to my kids too. I have 2 sons, and even though they're grown up now, I still don't let them use fancy cosmetics. When they get hurt, I always tell them to put some coconut oil on it. They used to tease me, saying I suggest coconut oil for everything. But now, after trying it and seeing how well it works, they use it on their own for different things. Used to the perks, if my sons feel their skin is dry or they get some bumps while playing, their first move is to put on some coconut oil. It's turned into a regular and effective fix in their daily routines. When my son was 6 years old, he had a bad injury to his leg. He fell somewhere and a stone pierced his knee, causing a deep wound. After 2-3 days, a lot of pus developed and the wound got bigger, causing him a lot of pain. And since it was on his knee, he couldn't bend his leg, stand or walk, making him pretty much unable to move around. When I took my son to the doctor, they suggested surgery for his injury. This made me worried and anxious, questioning if surgery was really necessary for a young child who had just fallen. The idea of surgery for his wound brought a lot of concern and fear for me. During that critical time, my mother was with us, closely watching the situation. Instead of rushing to the doctor, she decided to take things into her own hands. She recommended trying a home remedy, putting a mixture of turmeric and coconut oil on the wound and covering it with a bandage. To our surprise, in just about 2 weeks, the wound healed remarkably well, dried up and turned back to normal skin. It was clear proof of how effective the home remedy she applied was. I saw the incredible recovery firsthand. Within just 2 weeks, my son's condition improved significantly and he got back to his healthy self. The incident where the doctor suggested surgery for a severe wound, but it healed remarkably well with the use of coconut oil, remains an incredible testament to its benefits. This personal experience has made a lasting impact on my life, reinforcing my advice to my kids to use coconut oil for any scratches or wounds. Moreover, in cooking, especially for authentic dishes like ade or avial, the lack of coconut oil affects the taste. I have consistently included coconut oil in various dishes, not just for its culinary advantages but also for its health benefits as it provides good cholesterol to our bodies. Opting for a healthy routine that supports the well-being of both body and mind is better than using unhealthy oils that might negatively affect health. In our home, we consistently choose coconut oil, following the valuable lessons handed down by our ancestors. The focus on maintaining a healthy lifestyle, grounded in the wisdom of the previous generations, continues to be a guiding principle for us. Our ancestors had some really smart ideas, and I think if we take those lessons to heart, it could make our lives way better. The stuff they passed down is like a timeless guide for feeling good and getting better. Doing the things we love and figuring out what we're passionate about not only makes life better, but also helps our physical and mental well-being. When we do work that matches our passion, it goes beyond just feeling like a job. I felt this in my career. When the tasks connect with what we love, they're more than just things that we have to do. They turn into meaningful pursuits that bring happiness and satisfaction. After finishing my graduation, I became a lecturer. However, after getting married and having children, my attention shifted to taking care of my family. As a result, I decided to leave my job to dedicate more time to my family. With my children in school, I had a lot of free time on my hands. During this period, I delved into my passion for painting, taking on different craft projects and creative activities. I loved making decorative items for the house, designing toranams, and personally overseeing interior design tasks. This newfound free time turned into an opportunity for me to explore and express my creative interests. Later on, my interest shifted to doll making, driven by a constant desire to learn something new each day. Embracing this passion, I committed myself to becoming an expert in the art of doll making, setting it as a personal goal. With determination and hard work, I aimed to achieve proficiency in this craft, pushing myself to the maximum to reach my objectives. Creating handmade dolls, especially specializing in fabric dolls made from clothes, became my strength. This distinct line of dolls includes a particular passion for designing Hindu deities. To share and nurture this passion, I started a group with ladies who shared an interest in doll making, eventually formalizing it into an association. The strong desire to excel in doll making kept pushing me forward every day. The passion and love for doll making caught on like wildfire among all the members of our association. One extraordinary day, we decided to showcase our creations at a well-known mall in Bengaluru. In a remarkable feat, we displayed a staggering total of 2,092 dolls at that location, setting a record as no one had previously exhibited such an extensive collection in a single place. The event marked a significant achievement for our group of doll makers. This remarkable accomplishment received official recognition from the Guinness World Records under the category of the largest display of textile handmade dolls, featuring a grand total of 2,092 dolls. This record-setting feat occurred in 2019. It stands as a noteworthy and significant achievement in my life. My enduring desire to achieve something beyond the ordinary, rather than leading a routine life of being born, living, and dying, found fulfillment through the Guinness World Record. Experiencing success in my career even after many years brings me happiness. And this accomplishment is not just for me. I believe it serves as an inspiration for other women, encouraging them to pursue their aspirations and achieve remarkable milestones in their own journeys. My story serves as a testament that personal achievements and the pursuit of passions are not restricted by marital status. There is always room to explore and excel in various facets of life. Acknowledging the crucial role of family support in bringing out one's talent, I emphasize the unwavering backing I received from my husband, in-laws, and my parents. My husband in particular played a pivotal role as a guide, a source of inspiration, and a constant motivator. The collective support from my household extended beyond emotional encouragement to practical assistance, such as purchasing and sending me required materials. With everyone by my side offering the necessary support, I was able to achieve my remarkable accomplishments in doll making. Having acquired the skill of doll making and finding success in it, I pondered on what to pursue next. Confronted with a void in my schedule, I felt the need to embark on a new endeavor. It prompted me to contemplate how I could make the most of my free hours. During that period, the world was hit by the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to a global quarantine. As we gradually moved past this challenging phase, the imperative became clear. We need to rebuild and re-emerge. It was during this time I felt a strong inclination to contribute by teaching something to children. Teaching kids has always been a passion of mine, and I'm deeply interested in it. Sharing my knowledge with others brings me immense joy. It's a fulfilling endeavor for me, and I find it particularly engaging. Initially, I conducted doll making classes for children, and later I expanded to teaching painting classes. The experience of teaching was enjoyable, prompting me to contemplate transitioning to a full-time job in a school. During this time, I completed the nursery teacher's training course. Following the completion of the training program, I furthered my expertise with specialized training focused on nursery children. Subsequently, I took on the role of a school teacher. I started going to school every day. I fully engaged in connecting with the children, interacting with them, and blending in as one of their own. This experience allowed me to learn a great deal from the children themselves. Teaching the children from the basics, introducing new concepts to their young minds, the whole experience is truly fantastic. I continue to work as a teacher, imparting knowledge to a multitude of kids. Post the COVID-19 pandemic, what I've noticed significantly is the lack of emphasis on a healthy food style. There has been a considerable shift in everyone's lifestyle, with people resorting to consuming anything readily available. The fast-paced nature of life has led to hurried choices, often involving quick stops at fast food establishments. This change in food habits has left me with the impression that a genuinely healthy food culture is somewhat diminished. I sense a notable difference in the attitudes and behaviors of children, indicating a significant shift between our childhood and the current generation. In my school, I've observed children encountering minor disabilities, especially related to learning and concentration issues. Such challenges seem to be quite common among the student population. I have a few ideas to tackle these challenges, and I would like to share them with the young mothers of this generation. Drawing on my experience as a teacher, a parent, and my current studies in psychology, I would like to share this information with you. I believe it will be valuable for all the mothers. My suggestion for moms is to avoid giving smartphones to their kids until they're at least 2 years old. Keep things straightforward and let them enjoy their early years without too much screen time. Mobile phones offer one-way communication for children. Even though they can watch content, they are less likely to actively engage or attempt to speak, hindering their ability to learn how to interact with others. In joint families, it's beneficial to encourage interaction with grandparents. In nuclear families with only parents and children, prioritize direct interaction and spend quality time with your child. Spending more time actively engaging with your children, talking to them, teaching them, and playing together as if you were a child too, significantly enhances their communication skills. Children who spend excessive time on mobile phones may face challenges in speech developments. Speech delays have become a prevalent issue in recent times, with increased screen time identified as a primary contributing factor. Next, encourage the practice of reading books. Spend time sitting with 6 or 7-year-old kids, read and explain stories to them. Foster the habit of narrating bedtime stories, imparting moral values along the way. This approach will help instill a love for reading in them. I am confident that these two practices will benefit children. If the upcoming generation follows these guidelines diligently, it will significantly enhance the speaking abilities of the children. Through this podcast, I feel gratified to share this advice with many more parents. I've already shared my coconutty wisdom. Now I'd like to guide you on how to prepare coconut Puranam. As promised, I will share the recipe with you. Join me as we prepare this delightful coconut filling. The ingredients for this recipe are 1 cup coconut, a half cup jaggery, a pinch of cardamom powder, and 1 spoon of ghee. Add jaggery in a pan and add 2 spoons of water and mix well. Let the jaggery melt and then add a cup of coconut and mix thoroughly. Then add cardamom and ghee. Give it a good mix and voila, Puranam is ready. I express my sincere gratitude to the Kurinzi Food Style team for providing me this wonderful opportunity. It has provided me with a platform to speak and share my experiences, achievements, and advice. And I hold the belief that the information I've shared will prove beneficial to all the podcast listeners. I extend my sincere thanks and best wishes to everyone. With love, Sharadha Prabhu. A huge shout out to Mrs.Sharadha Prabhu for this lovely sharing. If you enjoyed this episode, drop your thoughts in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It could be incredibly helpful for them. And don't forget to bookmark it for later. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes by hitting that follow button. Feeling inspired to share your coconutty wisdom? Just say yes in the comments and we'll slide into your DMs. Interested in trying Kurinzi Food Style's cold-pressed virgin coconut oil? Head to kurinzi.com to place your order. Thanks a lot for tuning in to Kurinzi Food Style's My Coconutty Wisdom. Let's catch up on our next episode and until then, have a great week. Thank you.